Well, hey guys, welcome back to another video inside the barn at Southern Indiana Sawmill. And today I have a big old cherry log. I did a video last week of another cherry log, and this may be from the very same tree. I don't know. But this one is going to be a little bit challenging and a little bit questionable as to what we can actually get out of it. Let me tell you what I mean. Now, the best log that you can possibly get to saw would be something that is perfectly round and is perfectly straight, doesn't have any bends in it. So this log is basically the antithesis to what a perfect log is. It's about 24 inches one way, it's about 18 inches the other, so it's oval. And to top it off, we have a big old limb section that has grown out of the top of this. Now, if you see a log like that, it means that you may not get ideal lumber out of that. But we have high hopes for this, and we're going to see if we can get anything good out of it. I do believe that we're going to be able to do that. So let me show you a little bit more about this log and why it's going to be a little bit of a challenge for us today. But I'm sure with a little bit of elbow grease and the Wood-Mizer, we can get this done without a problem. Now I'm going to use my finger here as a pointer to show you what I'm talking about. Here at the bottom you can see where it was notched. So chances are this could have been from the original felling, and this could be what was known as the butt log. However, it's oval on this side, and then up top here is a big old branch section that's probably over 20 inches tall up there, that branch, and then it's got a big bow on it underneath, which also means it's going to be curved on the top also. And as you can see, there's some bark edges missing and things like that. It's signs that either it was kind of thrown around a lot before it got to me, or it could have been dying a little bit beforehand. All these secrets are going to be revealed in a little bit when we start to open this log up. So let's get to it. Well, let's take a look at what is the first real cut here. As you saw, I cut off that top section there, and then I took a second cut, and this is what it looks like on the inside. Now, this is that big area where that huge tree limb was growing out of the side of the tree. What do you guys think? So that tree limb was so big, it's basically like a second tree, which means there's going to be another pith that could be going pretty much all the way to the center of this log, and we'll see as we go along what we get there. But the advantage of having limbs in is some of the beautiful figure, I don't know if you can see that, that grows within the log itself when there's a tree limb there. So I think what I'm going to do is take one more 2-inch cut off this side, and then we're going to start rotating the log and cutting everything else. And everything we're cutting today is going to be 2 inches thick. This last cut has revealed some very interesting things. First off, at the very top or bottom of this tree, this log, is all of this beautiful cherry crotch figure, we call that. And what has that been caused by in this case? Well, there could have been that big huge limb coming all the way down through the tree to this point. So that big huge limb that was coming out the side, by the time you get to the inside of the log, this was the beginning of it, and you can see all of the growth rings that came out of that. Now this is a nice solid knot, and so for some woodworkers that would actually be desirable, especially with all of this extra figured crotch figure in here. And as we get further down, some other things are revealed here. And this is a tree limb, a knot inside of the tree that has signs of rotting and decay, and this is not terribly uncommon for cherry. There's another little spot here that's got the same issue going on, and then we have a little crack that is developed down at the bottom. Now this is not going to be a big deal, and I'll tell you why. Because as I'm cutting this, I'm paying attention to those sorts of things, right? And so as you see, I have one bark edge remaining that I have to cut off, which means this is going to get rotated up on its side. And all of those cracks and all that are now going to be going linear with the cut, which is going to make it a lot easier to make nice timber. So guys, that's what this one looks like so far. Let's keep going. Alright guys, well here's some of the lumber we cut. Now this isn't all from that one log. Some of this was from the log we saw in the other video. And cherry is such a beautiful wood, you know. I don't care who you are. If you don't like cherry, there's something wrong with you. Now, one thing you will see is a recurring knot. You have to look close to see that one. It's under that sticker. And this knot goes all the way through all of the lumber. Now, this isn't going to win any grading contests, but for somebody looking to build a rustic table or something like that, this is some beautiful material. Now let's walk around the end here. And everything we cut here is all of this shorter material that's on top. So how much would you guess that is? How many board feet do you think is in this? It's about 8.5 feet long, 2 inches thick. We started with a log that was oval and crooked. Well, if you guessed 120 board feet, then you are about right on the money there. So about 120 board foot in that log, and you might see this little thing in the end here. Now guys, I don't throw all slab stuff away. This one here is kind of neat. This is that big tree limb that was growing out of the side of this log. And all in all, that's about 24 inches across the long ways. And you never know, somebody could make a little end table or a clock or whatever out of that. So we'll see. Little cliffhanger for the next video. We're going back to cut another monster. You know, it's been about 2.5 years since I did the last monster log, and if you have been with my channel for a length of time, 2.5 years ago I cut the figured maple log, which to date has been my most popular video. 4.1 million views as of the recording of this day, and so a big shout out to all of you that have watched that video. You know, that's pretty crazy to think that that's about 10% of the entire country of America has watched that video, so that's pretty crazy. This log right here is a 10-foot long, almost 5-foot wide red oak log. And as you know, this is a little big for my mill, so we're going to have to do some work to get it done. And I hope you tune in to see when I do that video. Well, as always, thank you for watching. If you haven't done so, please go ahead and subscribe. That would help me out bunches. And go ahead and like the video and feel free to share it on your social media. Guys, as always, God bless you all. Take care.